Hello. Welcome to another evening of Into the Toy Box. We'll get back to this later. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a good week. And hope everybody finds the show entertaining tonight. Speaking of everyone here, let's get to our chat and say hello. Got Bjorn. How you doing? Ian, thanks for being here. Or, well, at least, whoops. Oh, come on now. Anyway, I hope you've gotten back from your snack run and are here. And well, if the mouse will cooperate with me, and we got Task Force Figuring Games. How you doing? Happy Sunday. Unfortunately, that means tomorrow's Monday, but we'll live. You know, we'll survive. And Nebula Nexus, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm going to go ahead and hop into. Oops, lose my mind today. So today or tonight, we're talking about the Empire and Star Wars action figure collecting and whatnot. Hey, MCR, thank you for joining. And we're going to look through some of my Empire collection and talk about that. And then I got some other stuff to share. Well, I think my rebels might disagree with that, but we'll see. First, though, some news and updates. Something a little bit serious before we get into the fun stuff. I don't know if you guys have heard about the issues with McDonald's in Japan and all their Happy Meal toys getting bought up by scalpers and whatnot. Yep. Hey, Michael. Anyway, there's been a big issue of it. People have been buying like tons of Happy Meals, hoarding up the prizes, and then just dumping the food uneaten, which all of that just bothers me. Anyway, so the point is, scalpers wouldn't exist if people didn't buy from them. So I'm going to say is please don't buy from scalpers. I don't think there's any hunk of plastic or piece of paper that any of us need so badly that we've got to support that kind of activity. And another bit of sad news was that the International Freedom Force from Heavy Armor Toys Kickstarter did not fund. Mm. They did release a statement that they're not going to start relaunch this Kickstarter. Excuse me for just sorry, something in my throat there. Anyway, they're not going to relaunch this Kickstarter. They might do a different Kickstarter later. They are still going to keep producing toys, so um, there's that. They're not quitting. They're just things have slowed down since this didn't fund. And yes, MCR, I highly agree with that. Giving the food to the poor or the hungry. Although, luckily, from at least from what I've seen in Japan, they don't have as serious of a homeless issue as we do here in the States. So there may not be as many people to just give it out to. Uh, and Bjorn, yeah, they did end a promo after day one. Now they're working with, according to those news reports, they're working with Macari to try to stop the scalping, and they're also putting limits on the number of stuff people can buy. So, hey, Javelin, how are you? All right, next bit of news is the 30 Kickstarter kicks off tomorrow. So be ready for that. This is a single figure Kickstarter, so it should be a pretty low buy-in price, but there are going to be some extras and whatnot that you can get if you want. So, like I said, the preview page is already up on Kickstarter if you want to go look at it now. But tomorrow the campaign starts, so be ready. And then Rise of Nexus and Legends of the Hidden Force have an upcoming announcement. And if you are a member of their VIP Facebook group, you already know what that is. But if not, you can't wait for them to release it. Then you can go and join that group. It's on Facebook. It's just do a search for Rise of Nexus, and you will find it. And yeah, look, I think it's good. What they're uh, what they're going to be doing is good. So, and the next group of Nukes figures has been revealed. The Texans. Last week we only had one or two of the characters revealed, but now they've revealed the whole team, and I think this team is now my favorite. Um, because you got a guy with a skull head and a monkey in a bubble helmet. So, the other two figures are just kind of gravy. But anyway, this Kickstarter will be coming up, I believe, near the end of September, but I'll double check on that and let you guys know. Oops. Let's see here. Yeah, like I'm not interested in those McDonald's Half Meal toys, but apparently they're really popular over there. So, different cultures, different interests. My biggest problem is that it's like keeping some of the kids from getting it, which, that's what it's made for. Those things are made for the kids. Let them have their fun too, you know. Anyway, Joe Lana is coming up next weekend. So, any of you guys fortunate enough to go, Nukes, Rise of Nexus, Grindhouse Toys, and Operation Recall, along with many, many other people, will be there. So, if you get to go check out their booths, say hi, show some love and support. And then the Hiya Toys Cobra Viper has started releasing. So, I didn't pre-order this guy, but given him more seeing some of the pictures people have posted online, I may have to go back and try to pick him up. I know when I was looking into this, LT Cave is sold out, but I'm sure there's some other places like Small Joe's that probably will have them. And got a new look at the next Galaxy Wave of Transformers blockies. And my two favorites are the Sharkticon and Unicron head, which is kind of covered up by the logo. Let me hang on just a second. Let's see if I can whoops. Come on, mouse. Let's see if I can pull that off for just a second. No, no, no. Wait, there we go. Now you can see the Unicron head better. Anyway, probably won't get the whole wave. Probably just get those two. Maybe the Rodimus or the Hot Rod. We'll see. Anyway, those you can get the full case at blockies.com, or you can get just pieces from various sellers on AliExpress. One seller that I've had good dealings with in the past is Firefly's store. So, and I imagine most of you are already aware of this, but some new non Warhammer 40K Joy Toy figures are available. Uh, let's see. Oh, yeah, yes, yes. Blockies are very affordable. Uh, and yep, I'm assuming means the blockies. Right. Oh, and the Joy Toy figures are tempting. Yes, they are tempting. It looks like some of these ungeared use those maintenance crew bodies. So if you want some maintenance crew guys in different colors, this is the way to get them. Last I heard, they were going to be like $20 each, so not too terribly bad. Hey, Starboy. So anyway, these are up for pre-order in various places, so go and check them out. And of course, we got to talk about the HasLab. Um, this picture is from yesterday, but I doubt their funding goal or I doubt their backers have increased that much since yesterday. And this is already a pass for me. It's been a pass since the beginning, but I know some people are excited for it, and I'm happy for you. If you're wanting it, I hope it funds and you get it. And oh, here we go. It's got a current update for us. So yeah, still 16 days to go, and most of the stuff seems to back right at the end. So we'll see. And if you happen to be in Tokyo, which I know most of you aren't, but this next weekend will be the Tokyo Toy Show, and Takara Tomy will be there with their T Spark line, which includes these awesome Legacy Soul Microman figures, but also some various like Transformers offerings and the Alter Nano. So be on the lookout for pictures of that for next weekend, and we'll see what we see. And thank you to Patrick Chan over at the Premium 118 Hub Facebook group for posting about this and letting us know. Oh, hey, Fat Red Poo, what's up? All right. And to follow up on last week's Blockies thing, I did finally get those others in the Super Sentai and Common Rider, and I'm happy to say the articulation on those is much better than it was on the Ultraman figures. They've also not only have double jointed knees, they've got swivels in the thigh. Their little armor pads are single and sometimes double jointed, so you can move them out of the way and get plenty of range of motion in the arms. And again, if these kind of stylized figures aren't your thing, but you like the kind of character designs, there is a line of 118 figures in a more realistic uh, kind of body construction with modern articulation that will be on an upcoming episode. So stay tuned for that. And here we are. Let's see. Oh, yes. Bill brings up a good point. Yes. The new wave of blockies will have thigh swivel. The Transformers will have thigh swivel as well. So, thank you, Bjorn. All right. So the Empire. Pretty sure anybody that's been collecting Star Wars figures for a while has a fair amount of Imperial figures. I know some of us just pick and choose. Some people get everything. I'm somewhere in between that. I've been collecting Star Wars figures for a little over 20 years now, probably. So I've kind of amassed a bit fair size collection. Not I've seen collections much bigger. So um, yes, they are fun blokes to play around with. Uh, oh, mm, well, there's always time. So yeah, Bjorn's getting his collection modded up, built up. This is the English release. Nice. Well played, sir. All right, so let's get into so in my Star Wars collection, I don't keep super canon. I've got kind of my own head canon that takes bits and pieces from the official canon, from the expanded universe, and from old World War II movies, and just whatever like works for me. In my empire, it's basically run by two guys. Well, and there's the emperor at the top, but beneath him, you've got Grand Admiral Thrawn and you've got Darth Vader taking care of different functions. So Darth Vader has his Inquisitors, and they run around and basically do all the special jobs for the Emperor. Go hunting down Jedi, hunting down like Sith artifacts, whatever like special secret projects the Emperor has for them to do. Mm, that's- oh yeah, yeah. I've got that pack coming as well. It looks good. Oh, nice. That's a good start. Like I said, if you keep at it, you'll build up more. We'll get to that in just a bit. So which World War II movies? I saw a lot of them growing up. Just some that to the pop up in my head. Is like Guns of Navarone, Von Ryan's Express, um, Bridge Too Far, Bridge Over the River Kwai, just The Dirty Dozen, Kelly's Heroes, yeah, stuff like that. Uh, yep, Guns of Navarone was great. I've probably seen it 100 times. Anyway, so Grand Admiral Thrawn is in charge of all the military operations in the Empire. And instead of taking Imperial guards, he has his own detail of like special stormtrooper guards, and they're always with him. And some people wonder if they're just like different guys that just swap out and wear the armor, or if uh he's got some sort of like Morgan Elsbeth's one of his little uh now the word is escaping me. Anyway, one of his little agents, and if she's worked some for like Dothmerian magic, Night Sister stuff on him. But anyway, these guards are always with him instead of Imperial guards. Oh yes, where eagles dare. That's another good one. Yes, gift wrap troopers. They also have you can sort of see it in the picture, but some like little gold striping, like they've repaired the cracks of their armor and stuff. Um, anyway, so besides his personal guard, Grand Admiral Thrawn also has some various agents or not minions, but agents that go out and like take care of stuff for him. These would be kind of similar to Darth Vader's Inquisitors. They're basically special forces for him, or people that go out and handle sensitive stuff that he wants done. And of course, under him are all sorts of officers and ISB and blah blah blah. You got to have. Uh, oh, yes, exactly. And um, so Thrawn's agents are not mercenaries. They're all. Scroll back. They're all Imperial operatives. They all came up through the Empire. You've got a couple of like Imperial Knights, some specialty troopers, and a my version of Kirkanos Imperial Royal Guard there, and of course Morgan Elsbeth. Oh, hey, Casey or Eric, but whichever one. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oops, what's this? Yes, he does. And I got the one of him in the new armor, but I may use him for something different. So since I've already got this uh Moff Gideon with all the other officers, and there's also Krennic, and there's Veers in the back there. But anyway, Thrawn can't be everywhere at once, so he's got to have some staff to take care of stuff. Yeah, some of those are the comic 2-pack figures. Some of them were from that recent um, Imperial Officer 4-pack. There's a Dedramero, some customs in there. So, oh yeah, yeah. That new armored suit that he's got does look pretty good and useful for stuff. So, and yes, Bridge Over the River Kwai is amazing. There were a lot of good World War II movies back in the day. So for a long time, these have been the basic three trooper types that the Empire had. Over the years, we've gotten some more, and we're going to look at those. But for a long time, it was the Stormtrooper, the Scout Trooper, and the Snow Trooper. And, that was it for ground forces. But thanks to the new media, we have some other stuff that we're going to look at here in just a bit. And of course, the backbone of any good Imperial army is the stormtroopers. And if you look in there, you can see there's some different molds and whatnot. Like I haven't gone out to like army build stormtroopers, but over the years picking up some here and there, or there being some in like a variety pack, they just build up over 20 years. Yeah, got a few, yeah. Like I said, they've been building up over time. There's even a female stormtrooper in there up front who was the first female stormtrooper figure before Captain Phasma. Yep, you are correct. Anyway, some of these have removable helmets, so they're like, I've got some of these in like a character packs and whatnot. There's also a Luke and Han and Lando in Stormtrooper disguise, which in my collection so far, they're they're Stormtroopers. They're not rebel leaders and all that. But that's just me. You can, use them however you like. Anyway, then we start getting some variations, like the Sand Troopers, and you can kind of see who's the rookie and who's the more veteran here in this little grouping. And we also got some variations like these. Crap, now the name has escaped me. Shadow Troopers, if I'm remembering correctly. Sorry, I had this. I should have written down notes, but I did not. Anyway, and there were two different variations of these guys. From back in the I believe the Legacy or Saga collection releases. Back when Hasbro used to like do everybody. We've also got a couple of the old style incinerator troopers. There were variations of the stormtrooper, and thankfully they've released some much better ones since the Mandalorian had them in there. Now, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, yeah, that would be nice to get a Lucas and stormtrooper for TVC, but you'd think it'd be easy for him to do. It's just like pop his head on there, put a helmet on him. I mean, anyway. Uh, oh, I know. I will turn in my Star Wars fan card after the show. Promise. Really, I'll get right on that. Um. Anyway, so we got some nice new incinerator troopers, and I just use these old ones as kind of like backup guards since a flamethrower isn't really a very good tactical weapon. They need, someone there to just back them up and whatnot. And then we also just recently got these rocket troopers with these huge bazookas. Um, Not sure why the bazookas need to be so huge, but it does look impressive or overcompensating. We got these also recent releases of these heavy weapons troopers and these mortar troopers or artillery troopers. So in my kind of army setup, these like specialty troopers aren't don't build up squads. They get attached to squads as they're needed. So like if they need a mortar guy to like back up a squad, then these, they would just get attached to the squad and then the squad would go out. Oh, nice. Got a good deal on them. I got mine at regular price, but I only got two, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, these specialty guys, I usually only just pick up two. Whereas like stormtroopers, if I see one all alone on the shelf, I might pick them up. Or when Hasbro did that 4-pack recently, and grabbed one of those. But usually only if they've like really increased the done something to increase the trooper. Like they've been increasing the articulation on these troopers, on these basic and specialty stormtroopers lately. But I probably won't buy any more until they come out with like the barbell hips. That's the one thing they're missing. Ah, yeah, those flame troopers are pretty cool. I like the red and white pattern on them. Do you think that rotary blaster is too small? I'm assuming you mean this one. No, I mean, laser blaster weapons don't, real like use real bullets. They just use power packs. So as long as the power pack is big enough to fit in there, then it's all good. But that's just me. Yeah, don't get too picky over like sci-fi magic stuff. Uh, except when I do. But anyway, we also got these jetpack troopers from one of the video games. So that's a nice new little addition. The one thing that bugs me about these guys, and I haven't done it yet, but like these little packs on their chest are not attached. They're just kind of free floating from these tubes. So eventually I got to go back and just glue those down just so they're, because I mean, it's not like it's going to limit the head articulation any more than it already is. So, oh, let's see. Um, I don't know. I sometimes see TBC at Walmart. A lot of times I don't. Um, like my local Walmart is always way behind. They just recently still had like Ahsoka and Fennec Shan on the pegs. So that tells you where they're at. um, but I don't think they've stopped carrying them. I just think they haven't gotten any in recently, or they've had some old stock they're wanting to clear through first. And oh, these others are from Fallen Order. Awesome. Thank you, Bjorn. Unfortunately, I haven't played any Star Wars games since Star Wars Galaxies, so I'm a little behind on that. Just don't do many video games these days. Mm, okay, I don't use well since I don't usually play video games. I don't usually go into GameStop either, but that is good to know. Anyway, then we got the Scout Troopers, and I really like these guys. In my collection, these guys do scouting stuff, but they also are more like street patrol or beat cops or whatnot, and also help put down insurrections. Not so much insurrections, but like street protests and whatnot. Um, that's why a couple of them have the riot shields, and they've all got the little stun batons and whatnot. So they fill multiple roles. Hmm. And lately, we have gotten these new and improved, much improved, actually, snow troopers or stormtroopers in winter gear or whatever you want to call them. So, but beyond that, there hasn't been a lot of change in the snow troopers over the years, or like variations like there are with the stormtroopers. And then, of course, we've also got TIE fighter pilots. Those are pretty much a staple since the beginning. Oh yeah, yeah. These new ones are just very fantastic. Let's see. Oh yeah. So yeah, you should be able to get some of these older figures if you wanted to. Although, like these guys, they've got the full arm articulation like modern figures, but they've still got the swivel hips. And I know some people say, "Oh, they just sit in a TIE fighter. They don't need, you know, barbell hip articulation." But I counter that with any figure could be like somebody's favorite character, and they deserve to have their favorite character just as articulated as the main characters, like your Luke Skywalkers and your Han Solos. Everybody deserves to have their figure just as articulated. Back in the Kenner days, that wasn't an issue because everybody was like 5 POA. But now, you know, Now they all need to be updated eventually. Oh, yes. I wish they would make some of those, police troopers. I think they did them in Black Series, but they have not been done in TVC yet. So, oh, yeah. Yes, yes. That is another good point too about, getting everybody updated to the same. Yep. Give the barbell hips on all the figures. I totally agree. Like I said, everybody deserves to have their favorite character just as articulated as somebody else's favorite character. Anyway, we've also got these old style Death Star troopers that are very in need of a update. Um, and it shouldn't be too hard now that they've released that new Imperial officer body. Should be able to just give them a different headgear and bing bang boom, a few other little changes, and good to go. Yep, exactly. Hey, I just, equal articulation for all figures. Yeah. Whoops. Uh, come on now. No, it's just bad. The light hit them weird, and I couldn't get it to not and still have them lit up decently. So, no, they're fine. They're holding in there. They were weird proportioned when they were made, and you know, like I said, they're in need of an update. Hey, pirates, what's up? Oh, whoops. Should bring up your comment when I say that too. Hey, uh, next, next we got the Imperial Gunners. So my story with these guys is kind of different, but so when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch Star Wars, and so I'd go over to my friend's house and play with his Star Wars figures, and he eventually got this guy. And he said, "Oh, yeah, it's the Imperial Gunner." So I always thought they were like snipers or sharpshooters or whatnot. Hey, Chris. No, you're fine. Anyway, so that's how I've always envisioned them. So imagine my surprise when I finally saw the first Star Wars movie, and I was like, "Oh, hey, there's that guy," and all he does is sit there and push buttons. Okay. So in my Star Wars world, they're still sniper spotter pairs. So, and plus they've got a really cool helmet with that Imperial logo right up on the top. So, I think I've always thought they were cool figures. And these also, they don't have the barbell hips, but their swivel hinge hips aren't as bad, but they still need the update to barbell hips. So recent media has brought us some new trooper types. Oh, thank you, Nebula. Yeah. So recently, we've gotten the Shore Troopers thanks to Rogue One and other media that's had them in there. We've gotten the Range Troopers thanks to Solo, which, in my opinion, after watching the sequels, that Solo movie's not so bad. At least it had a coherent story to it. But we're not going to get into that debate. Oh yeah, I don't have my Canon helmet on right now, but it's over off camera. Don't worry. Um, Another new trooper types we've got are these death troopers, and so they released two different ones. They've got like the kitted up ones, and then some not so kitted up ones. So in my head canon, the not so kitted up ones are for like base security and whatnot. Yeah, Solo was good. It was entertaining. I think they would have done better with it if they had just done a heist movie and not tied it into Han Solo's origin, but it was still good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've only got a couple of them, but they're cool little troopers. So, but oh, no, there's no need to feel biased about loving Solo. Anyway, so like I said, the non-kitted up ones are more like, base security for, like, VIPs and special, high-ranking officers, while the more kitted up ones are ones that go out into the field on missions and whatnot for, like, high priority missions, special forces type missions, things like that. And yeah, one thing I realized while taking these pictures is figures that are like all black look cool in hand, but are a pain to photograph. So, and then we also got these turbo tank drivers, but I use them more as like forest troopers. Because those like even the like the soft plastic on them on those bins, they don't really sit down that well. So it's like I like them more as a trooper type. It works for me. And then this Andor in disguise works great as like a squad leader for them. So and for a while you could get these guys like a dime a dozen. They for whatever reason didn't sell well. So and then also we recently got this heavy armor commando trooper. So I'm gonna decide I like him better kitted up with just the rifle than the shield and the little stun baton thing there. But whichever way works for you. Given the price on these, I think I'm just going to stick to two, and they're just going to be like special missions, operatives, whatnot, kind of similar to the Death Troopers, but they do different stuff. So maybe they operate more in space, whereas the other guys operate more on land because you can't see it, but they've also got the jetpack like they had in the Mandalorian. So they may be more like ship to ship space operatives. We'll see, or doing boarding actions and whatnot. What's this? Yeah, if the price comes down, I may get some more, but since they were, they're selling them as deluxe figures, I'm like, I'm good at two, but we'll see. And then we also got new Dark Troopers. Now they've done a Dark Trooper before from the one of the old Star Wars games with Kyle Katarn. Um, but these new ones are much better in my opinion. A lot of nice articulation. They've also got the little light piping in the helmet, which you can't really see because I'm lighting them from the other direction. They had a deluxe version that came with the recharging chamber, and then they also had like just a regular carded version that was it was a little less in price and didn't come with the recharging chamber. But in my opinion, it's like, two can be recharging while two are patrolling and then swap up. Oh, did you mean those old Dark Troopers, Pure, or these new ones? I mean, it's fine if you don't like the new ones. I can guess they're not for everybody, but haven't tried disassembling one yet to see if those arms might make for good, like cyborg arms in Star Wars. But that's Dark Forces. Yeah, that was the game. Thank you. Oh, okay. I haven't had much trouble with these standing, but I also mostly keep them in a box because I've got to make more room on the shelves for getting the Imperial ones. Not a fan of the new ones. Okay, that's fine. This is okay. The arms do come out. We'll have to see if they fit into some other torsos. It'll be interesting to check out. Anyway, and this is also the Empire kind of bringing droids into the mix. Also, like these KX droids, which any of you that are caught up on Andor have seen how ruthless they can be in a crowd of people. So I've got a couple here for like crowd control. and then a couple with weapons to be sent out with regular patrols or into hazardous areas. And for a long time, the Empire, didn't have any droids in their fighting forces. They had like some astromechs that would run around and do stuff, and the Death Star droid. Mm, but now they're starting to bring these in a lot more. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, yeah. If you can find them on clearance, running the deluxe ones, they're really good. Yeah. Rest in peace, Gorman. We won't forget. Right. And then if you want to add some wacky fun into your empire, there's this Epic Heroes Stormtrooper mech. It's very limited articulation, like just the shoulders, the uh, are swivel, so they don't have a lot of movement. There's a little bit of movement in the elbows, the wrist swivel, and he kind of just opens up, and you could put the trooper in there. But I like to think that the trooper is like um, kind of running it like through VR. Like that's why he's got the special little circuitry on his stormtrooper outfit, so he can remote connect to the mech and then like send the mech in. Anyway, it's silly, it's ridiculous, but I like it. I don't mind having a little fun with Star Wars. Yes, the KX droids are not nice fellas, and yeah, snake armor for Star Wars, exactly what it is. And he's probably sad, but he probably gets taunted a bit for his lack of articulation. But then he just goes and steps on people, and they're the ones crying and sad. All right. So I did reach out to the community to get some pictures of their Star Wars or their Empire collection. Only Timbo Toys replied back, but here's one shot that he sent. And by the way, if you aren't, whoops, and here's the other shot, and Sunset of Mouse. Um, if you aren't following Timbo Toys on Instagram, you really should. He's got some great pictures on there. Now, he mostly does Black Series, which is fine. There's no problem with that. We all love Star Wars on our own scales. But his South Shore Mall setups, especially Jackson's comic book store, is just great. Do you mean this the armor pirates? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Bjorn, my fax machine's broken. Um, Pirates, I thought you were in the group chat that I sent a message to, but anyway, I will do better next time. Oh, or the carrier pigeons could have had some issues with the roaming cats around my house. Since I put out food for them, cats tend to hang around, and they also like to eat birds. So that could have been a problem as well, Ian. Anyway, so somebody have any? Oh, okay. Yes, they are. It, like I said, if you don't mind something that looks a little silly, and you can always repaint this because there's not a lot of joints to have to deal with. Um, but yeah, I think it's a neat little addition. Just having a big, big kind of mech hanging around. Let's see. Yes, they do. They will also eat squirrels and chipmunks and other stuff. It's Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes that group chat does get pretty busy. Um, yeah, it's like so. Yeah, sorry about that. I will do better next time of putting that out there. Anyway, that's all we got for the discussion. Do any of you guys want to post stuff about your Imperial collection or have any questions or comments or whatnot? Just go ahead and fill them in. We'll Oh, I did, Bjorn. But like what Pirates was saying, sometimes that group chat that we're all in, or that a lot of us are in, it does get kind of busy, and some stuff gets missed. I totally get it. I probably should have posted multiple times. So, all right, Pat Ripu, what's your question? And while you're sending that, yes, Brian is okay. He's just taking a break. Has a lot of family stuff going on. His schedule got a lot busier now that his kids are getting older, and one of them's in high school and whatnot. So, yes, he is totally good. Yes, Bjorn is correct. I currently do not have any first order figures in there. I probably should have picked some up just to make some more give give some of the squads a little more variety or variety of trooper types, but that's something I may go back and get, or if they re-release them, um, you know, I might get them then. Uh, um, okay, totally missed what, or did I miss your question? Oh, wait, here we go. That is one of those um, vending machine bots that's up in the corner. Brian got one that was done up with his logo and then his Yamato 6 colors. So we've been using that as kind of the symbol for the machine or for the stream. Whoops. Come on, mouse. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm using the trackpad and my finger doesn't always get far enough to the left to click. First orders on is oh, come on now. They're not that bad. I mean, they're probably more like AliExpress Empire. I mean, you know, let's be fair. Sorry, I missed a few. Let me um, I will pass along your greetings. Let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. Clones are good too. Let's see. What was your very first Imperial? Um, you know, I can't answer that. It has been so long. One thing I mentioned, I think maybe before you uh, got on was I've been picking up Star Wars here and there for a little over 20 years now. So back in the like Legacy and Saga days, I started picking some up. I haven't really chased after vintage ones that much. I have a couple of characters, but whoops, yikes. Um, yes, I believe that is an Aegis Station bot, but I would have to double check with Brian to be sure. Um, no, there are no stupid questions. Questions are how we gain knowledge. So never be afraid to ask something. Favorite helmet is hands down the Imperial Gunner helmet. It's goofy, but I love it. Um, let's see. Yep, no problem. Um, Really, the important thing isn't taking pictures of your Imperial figures, it's enjoying your Imperial figures. So always, always enjoy your toys. Uh, Bjorn and Starboy like the Scout Trooper helmet, which that is a good one. Not gonna lie, there's not really any bad helmets in the Empire, but hey, hey, went solo. Thank you. Um, and thank you for being here. Yeah, the new shore troopers are nice. First orders. uh, Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. First orders bootleg. Um, you know, uh, the figures themselves aren't that bad. Just in the movie, they just weren't great. But those movies, those sequel movies, just were not were not good. I mean, I've seen them all once. Um, so oh yeah, the colored up, the kind of painted up one. Yeah, that was nice. Oh, and confirmed on Agent Station for the vending machine bot. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, the figures, it's kind of like the Acolyte figures. It's like the show was not my thing. The combat in the show was great, and that's about where my compliments on it end. Um, but the figures are good figures, you know. If nothing else, you know, if you don't want them to be like acolyte characters, you can always pop the head off, pop another head on, make them somebody different. It's up to you. But you know, like I said, get the figures you enjoy. Don't let anybody like pressure you into getting something else. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Those patrol troopers from Solo do need to be released with their speeders. Um, yep. And I imagine we'll get them someday at some point, you know, when we do like this upcoming, like we just had Return to Tatooine and now we're getting the Battle of Geonosis. So at some point, some theme will come along that, you know, uh, warrants some patrol troopers, but it wouldn't hurt for them to like appear more often in some shows. I mean, they've already got the armor made, so it shouldn't be that hard to find, you know, some no name actor to put in the armor. Yeah. Yeah, the ocean figure is really good for like making maintenance crews and just civilians and whatnot. For sure. MT Trooper. I don't remember which trooper that was. Sorry. Um, let's see. Yeah, a Chewie from Solo, but they do have a new Chewie coming out, so you know shouldn't be too hard to find like a bandolier to just put the other way, you know, do the cross bandolier thing like he had going on in Solo. All right, guys, we've been going for about an hour now. Whoops. Oh, come on, man. Uh, yes, that would have been a good place for the patrol trooper, definitely. And yes, Bjorn's right. It's a newish Chewy, but new in all the right places, I think. I mean, it looks good. So, what we got here? Oh, nice. Yeah. If you get a chance, shoot me some pictures of that. I'd love to see it. Oh, mountain troopers. Okay. Um, okay. Well, Interesting. I'll have to look for some pictures of those. I don't remember them from the movies, but oh no, thank you, Starboy. And let's see. The time has wins. Now I've got room in my collection for both. So, but like I said, I'm not a completist on anything. So, oops. Hey, thank you. And Timbo, what's up? I was just talking about you earlier. We here I'll go back and we were showing your Imperial collection here and telling people to go follow you on Instagram because if they're not, they are missing out on some good stuff. Let's see. Death Trooper and a Snow Trooper thing. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, yeah, thank you. And thank you, Timbo, for catching the replay. Um, visual effect. Oh, okay. Hang on a second. I'll pull that up. Let me get out of that. Oh, out of the way, notification. There we go. Sorry. Oh, interesting. So this is the one. Hang on, let me get to here. This is the one that everybody that we've been talking about here recently. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing. I'm up for any like Imperial variant when it comes to TBC. So yeah, thank you, Pat. Pat Red Food. And yes, Ian is correct. I'm going to be cutting out here so I don't step on Tony's stream because you need to go check out Die Hard 3.75. He will be on at 9:05 Eastern, if I remember correctly. So yeah, do check him out tonight. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys for being here and participating in the chat. Thank you guys for watching the replay. And just to let you know, oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, not a problem. There will be no show next week. I'm gonna be out of town, so won't be doing a show unless you want to see me just walking around places. Anyway, hope you all have a good night. Like I said, go check out Die Hard 3.75, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Good night. Oh, I gotta add it a second time.